So, Lisa Ransom, thank you so much for sitting with me today. Lisa is the new executive director of Mission Farm and the vicar of Church of Our Saviour. So, Lisa, thanks so much. It's
Thanks.
great to see you and to have you in our community.
Thank you for having me on your interview and also for welcoming me and my family to Killington.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Church of Our Savior is located on I'll call it the eastern side of Killington. It is a beautiful drive to their location, just a little bit off the beaten path, kind of nestled in behind the parking lot of the Skyship Gondola. And Lisa has been the executive director and vicar over there for you came in like right in the middle of COVID, did you not, Lisa?
Yeah, end of May.
Yes.
Transitioned here and moved in, and yeah, it's been kind of a wild way to start and be introduced to a community during a pandemic, but here we are.
But you are originally a Vermont native, and you've been working faith-based for quite a while. So I'll just give you an opportunity to kind of tell folks a little bit about your journey and what brought you here to Killington.
Yeah, well, I actually am from another mountain range. I'm from the Rocky Mountains, originally from Colorado. And
That's
so
right. That's right.
I came to the East Coast about 30 years ago and have settled in Vermont. We've been here for 27 years now. My husband is from the Hanover area, so this is all feels very, we do feel like we've been here forever, but it's a stretch to say we're natives.
Well, after 20 years, I think you're definitely you're from the Green Mountains, and you're
Yes.
very much at home here.
Well, it definitely feels like home, certainly here in the mountains and nestled in the Green Mountains here in Killington. It's really lovely to wake up every morning and feel the mountain breeze. So it's great to be here.
So taking over, Mission Farm and Church of Our Savior in the midst of all of this, I mean, just must be challenging. I know my mother, who goes to church on a regular basis, was watching on Zoom, and then has just recently been able to go back to her church with some parameters. But it's got to be a challenge to be able to deliver those type of services and help people. And have to be social distance and have to, view people and talk with them over computers.
Well, Church of Our Savior and Mission Farm is a really unique place because the people who are connected to this place aren't necessarily people who live in the area. There are some people who live close, and we do connect on a regular basis, but we have all this space to take walks and be near each other outdoors. It'll be a long while before we're back in our building. It's hard to bring people together, especially vulnerable people who are vulnerable to this disease in closed spaces with not great circulation. So, but Mission Farm is over 150 acres of sacred space that we invite all people to. And in fact, Zoom has been quite wonderful because I've been able to be introduced to and to connect with people who love this place, who are part of our community, but who live far and wide. And so I haven't found it a negative really at all. I mean, I do wish that we could be together and meet one another face to face, but Zoom is the next best thing. And it's really allowed us to be close to people who are quite far away.
And I think that's a great point, is that people who are supporters and members of your community are not just right here in Killington or the Rutland region or even Vermont. They're really spread out.
Yeah, and Mission Farm has a deep and rich history, both in its land and in its buildings. But people have been coming here for generations and generations. So there are people that we connect with on a regular basis whose grandparents, knew this place well, and they grew up here as children, and now, they visit with their families when they come. And so, I mean, that's what's really special about this place and about this time, to be able to connect both on just a friendly, casual level and on a deeper spiritual level on a regular basis with people from all over. I love it.
So there's obviously the beautiful stone church with it, which is just so quintessential Vermont and so historic. And then across the road there is there's the homestead, and you and your husband are slowly transforming that into your own home right now, which is a challenge unto itself.
Yeah, so the house, which is just a lovely old farmhouse, and I'm here with my husband and now 3 adult children during this COVID time. So 3 kids in their 20s, also, and 2 dogs. So we're filling this house, but also it gives us we have a little extra workforce to help us get some of the repairs that need to be done inside the house. I mean, the last few years, the community has done an amazing job of renovating the foundation and the outside, and so it's really lovely. Inside needs a little work, and so we're all busy painting walls and fixing staircases and things like that. So yeah, it's a really lovely place. And then of course, our guest house next door is also on the slate for some renovations and some engineering to make sure that it can stay in place for years and years to come, and that we might be able to offer that and open that up to the community more.
That's great. And another one of your passions is agriculture. I think you had shared with me that something that the Church of Our Savior has supported and really given a home for is the Killington Farmers Market. And that's something, the agricultural side and the farmers market is something that you are passionate about and want to see thrive and survive.
Yeah, again, an incredible history of this land being used for agricultural purposes, and we really hope to bring some of that back. Certainly the river has changed the landscape a little bit, certainly through Irene, and so we're working on renovating some of those pastures and figuring out what is, getting to know the land and determining what is going to be the best way to move forward with that. But certainly regenerative agriculture and local food is a huge emphasis for the community and a huge part of the mission of this place. So of course we love that the farmers market has a home here, and we hope that we can move into that and make that even more of a gathering space for community members into the future.
So, magic wand, everything is back to normal, whatever normal is. It's been so long, it's hard to remember. But what are some of the other things in your tenure at Mission Farm and Church of Our Savior that you'd like to see and embark on in our community?
Well, part of our mission here, and one of the reasons why I really felt called to be here, is that this space is about connecting people and connecting people to land. And so I really hope we can do some work around around how do we reconnect with one another, and how do we reconnect with one another and the land. So I really hope we can develop some really wonderful outdoor learning spaces where community members can feel welcome to come and share this space, especially, during a pandemic, this space could be utilized in so many ways into the future, to be out. I mean, there's just it offers an amazing outdoor venue for folks to come to recreate. We have a wonderful trail system, but also to gather. So that's what I hope. I hope that we can really engage with the community and become part of the landscape in everyone's understanding of what Killington is.
Absolutely. If folks want to become more involved with any aspect of the church, Mission Farm, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Of course, through the website, missionfarmvt.org. And you can catch me there, and you can leave messages there. And certainly everyone's invited to join us for Zoom on Sunday mornings. We do morning prayer at 9:30, and it's open for everyone. It's quite a short service, but we get to see one another from all over the country. So it's a pretty fun reunion week after week.
Excellent. Lisa from Mission Farm and Church of Our Savior, thanks so much for taking the time, and we hope to be seeing you soon.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.